I'm gonna have a snack on the podcast.
Hello.
Hello.
We're
We are
here.
apart.
We are apart from each other this week. You are correct. I am in a hotel room at a baseball tournament. I am very sweaty. I am in my son's hoodie because I'm freezing, and I didn't bring a hoodie because I'm going back and forth from my house to this tournament every day,
Yay.
even though I have a hotel room. So,
Yay.
yay.
Yay. My computer's
Anyway,
gonna die, so we're going fast.
all right. I guess we'll get right
Okay.
into it. We're going
Okay.
into episode 3 of the season, and we have 0 points.
0 points. So,
Off to a
technically,
good
episode
start.
105.
205.
Yeah.
105.
Yeah.
Don't
105.
listen to me.
It's okay. All right. So, this means you get to guess first this time. What are we
Well, we
talking
should,
about?
I was going to say we should tell a topic. So, in honor of Mother's Day, we did our top 5 Disney moms. And so,
Yeah.
and that was fun. In honor of Father's Day, it is not a Disney episode week. So instead of doing Disney dads, we are doing our top 5 favorite dads in entertainment, essentially. So we've got
Pop
TV or
culture.
movies, pop culture dads.
Yay.
Yay.
This one was kind of fun.
It was kind of fun.
I tried to find some weird ones, so hopefully it worked out.
I think a lot of our list will be the same, but I know for
Yeah,
sure I have one on my list that will not be on yours.
cool. Something I don't watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta get my game pulled up. Okay.
All right.
Well, then you go first. Guess
All right.
first. I don't know what I'm gonna guess for you, actually.
I know this is tough. I think I'm going to guess for you Daniel Hillard from Mrs. Doubtfire,
Mrs. Doubtfire.
played by Robin
Okay.
Williams,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna guess George Banks from Father the Bride and Father the Bride
Cool
2.
thoughts.
George Banks
Okay.
for you.
Good
Okay.
guess.
See if we got any points. Or we're not TwiNSYNC anymore.
On the board.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Okay, but happy Father's Day. It is Father's Day week. So hopefully if you don't know these fathers, you can go learn about them. And if you do know them, you'll appreciate them the ways that we appreciate them.
Yes. Maybe this will
Yay.
want you to make you go watch a new show or a movie.
Or movie. Okay. I have a lot of honorable mentions.
Do you?
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to like pick the ones I wanted to put as my top, but sorry.
It's
Whew.
okay.
This was going to be my nap time. So
My bad. I took
I will be yawning.
like a 22-minute nap before this,
Oh, I'm jealous.
but I
Okay.
got up a really long time ago. So
Yes, you did. Yes, you
anyway,
did. Okay, number 5. You're going to love my number 5.
oh good.
Are you ready?
I'm
You
excited.
are. Okay. My number 5 is Graham from The Holiday from 2006.
Oh, he's a great
He's
dad.
a great dad. Okay, so we have talked about The Holiday multiple times, I think, specifically in the Christmas episodes. But if you haven't seen The Holiday, it's from 2006. And the premise is basically like two girls who are not happy in their lives right now switch homes and essentially end up meeting people from each other's lives. And then it all kind of becomes a new storyline. So in this particular case, who I'm speaking of is played by Jude Law. So he lives in England, and Cameron Diaz comes to England to switch spots with Graham's sister, Iris, who is played by Kate Winslet. And so in the movie, you find out kind of halfway through that he has two daughters, and you don't know that ahead of time, but he essentially is he lost his wife, and so now he's raising these two little girls by himself. And the reason that I put him as one of the top dads is because he's so, so sweet to them. So there's some scenes with the girls, and he just does everything he can to make them happy. And he's like playing dress up things with them. And they have a fun, like, fort that they sleep in with stars. And he does something called Mr. Napkin Head, which is adorable. And he just basically like puts on a face and a napkin over his face, and he's Mr. Napkin Head. So you can just tell that he really loves the girls. He wants them to feel comfortable. He wants them to feel at home, even though they don't have their mom anymore. They share feelings. They do all kinds of things. So it's really sweet, and you can tell that he just has a really sweet bond with them. So he also tells Cameron Diaz when he first meets her, like, or maybe not when he first meets her, maybe the next day, but basically, like, I don't get involved. I'm not here to get involved. And so you find out that he's doing that because he needs to be there for his kids. And so he's not putting himself first. He's putting those kids first, and not trying to find someone to kind of replace his wife or find another wife, not replace her. But so that's very sweet. Also,
Yeah.
downside to that is I think he's kind of a player, but you never know. You know the circumstances, like what he's going through, what he's feeling. So I'll let him slide on that one. But
I also don't think that affects his dadness, you know? His
sadness.
qualities as a dad
Yeah, agree.
doesn't take away from what he does as a father.
Yeah.
At least not yet when his kids don't know that kind
Yeah,
of behavior and
what he's
such.
doing. So that's why I picked Graham from The Holiday.
I love that answer.
I knew you would.
Is
Thank
that
you
the
so
one when
much.
we were in the car and you were like, "Ooh, I just remembered a great one."
Maybe. There were two.
Ah, well,
So
I probably have the typical list, but that's okay. Except for
that's okay.
number 5 because you don't have this one.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, my headphones are being weird, but that's
Okay.
okay.
My number 5 is Paul Hennessy. He's the dad from 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Yeah, never
Played
seen it.
played by John Ritter. You never saw this show?
No.
Oh my gosh. So this show this was like back when you watched TV like regular cable, like what was on is what you put on the TV. It ran from 2002 to 2005. So I didn't watch it like, oh, it's Thursday night, 8 o'clock, it's time for a new episode. But I just watched the episodes on when they were on sometimes, you know? And it was so good. So the premise of the show is John Ritter is married to now I'm not going to remember her name, but the wife from um
Married
Married
with
with
Children?
Children. Yeah. Her name is Kate in the show. And she is going back to school. I'm sorry, she's going back to work as a school nurse. And he was a sports writer, and now he's like a lifestyle columnist. And so he works from home. And so it's kind of his job to be work from home dad. So he's now like in charge of taking the kids to all of their things and whatever. And he's got 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. The son is the youngest, and then there's the 2 girls in high school. Um, Kaylee Cuoco is in this show. This kind of
Yeah.
where she got her big claim to fame before um,
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory. And I mean, she was also on Alley Cat's Strike on the Disney Channel, but you know, probably some
Forgot
other
about that.
small roles. But um, she played the oldest daughter, and then this Amy Davidson played the middle daughter, and then
Yes.
this other kid played the son. But anyway, um, Kaylee Cuoco played this girl who was like supposed to be really popular and pretty and a kind of like an airhead. And so it was based on a book with the same title. So there are 8 rules that he has to dating his teenage daughter. I'm going to read them to you because it's funny. Um, Number 1, use your hands on my daughter and you'll lose them after. Number 2, you make her cry, I make you cry. Number 3, safe sex is a myth. Anything you try will be hazardous to your health. Number 4, bring her home late. There's no next date. Number 5, only delivery men honk. Dates ring the doorbell once. 6, no 6, no complaining while you're waiting for her. If you're bored, change my oil.
Nice.
Um, 7, if your pants hang off your hips, I'll gladly secure them with my staple gun.
Nice.
And number 8, dates must be in a crowded public place. You want romance? Read a book.
Oh,
So,
wow.
anyway,
That's funny.
he's like a very overprotective, funny dad. And they often are like rolling their eyes and thinking he's overreacting, but he is really great because what he's very embarrassing, but his kids really like him. Like you can just tell that there's like a good relationship there where yes, they're embarrassed by him, but they know that he just wants to keep them protected and whatever, and they're glad that he's there, and they say I love you a lot to each other on the show,
Aw,
which I really like because that's not always
that's
shown
sweet.
on the show. So anyway, he's a funny guy, and um, they all had really sweet relationships with him on the show. So
Aw.
I'm sure you all know too that John Ritter passed away in the middle
While
of this.
filming this show. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were on set and he collapsed
Oh.
um, and was rushed to the hospital, and he died of an aortic
Oh.
dissection. Um, and so they had recorded it was only 3 seasons long. They had done 1 season with him, and 3 episodes had been recorded into the 2nd season. And
Wow.
yeah, they kind of like talked about what to do, and they aired the 3 seasons and then they took a hiatus. And then they brought in now I'm not going to remember the actor's name, but the guy, the old man from The Notebook came in and he played her dad. So her dad, Kate's dad, the wife's dad moved
Yeah.
into, and her nephew CJ, who was played by David Spade, came in and lived with them as well for like extra help, and he added like a comedic, role. But
Mm-hmm.
they did a 2-part episode after he died, and they decided to make the character die
Yeah.
on the show because they didn't want to replace him or anything like that. And
Yeah.
those episodes are so sad, like because the actors are really sad.
Yeah, I bet.
Gosh, it's really sad. But anyway, really good, really well done. So he was posthumously nominated for an Emmy for that show. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's sad.
yeah. But
Okay.
good,
Good
good, good
one, I
show.
guess.
I really liked it.
Okay. I
All
won't
right.
watch it. I promise I will try, but I probably won't.
It's
I
okay.
did, though, watch Cruella on the airplane, like I said I was going to
And
in the Disney Villains episode. I really liked it. I have about 15 minutes left because I kept falling asleep and having to like rewind. So I don't know how it ends yet.
oh, well, that's important.
I know, and it was like really at the big scene when I had to turn it off. So
Did you
I gotta
believe
finish it.
Emma Stone as
Yeah,
Cruella?
she was good. She
Yeah,
was good.
yeah.
Did you like Solo Mio?
I did like Solo Mio. I did also do what I said, and I watched Solo Mio on the plane. It was really cute. It was very beautiful because it filmed
Yeah,
in Italy, and it was funny. I just I have a hard time sometimes believing um, that
certain couples.
certain couples would come together. And while Kevin James is really funny and he's cute, I think he's kind of at a I don't know. She is this little tiny spicy beautiful Italian woman,
Yeah.
and
I don't know. I believed it.
he is a chubby, goofy American man, but that's okay. He's
It was
charming.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
good. All right.
Number 4.
Back to the dads before my laptop dies.
Yes.
Okay. Number 4. This is the other one I got excited about. Ready?
Yeah.
Dan from Dan in Real Life.
Oh, that is another great one. How can I forget all these?
I don't know. Okay, so Dan in Real Life is from 2007. We've also talked about Dan in Real Life before. However, I will remind you a little bit. So Dan is played by Steve Carell, and also in this movie, he has lost his wife and he has three daughters. And they range in age. I think one's probably in elementary, and then you've got like two in high school, or maybe one in middle, one in high school, something like that. And so he's a working dad. He's a writer. He writes for like the newspaper or something. And the movie is takes place like on this family vacation. So they go every year to this house with their extended family. So it's like his mom and dad, and then his siblings and their spouses and all their kids go for the week or the weekend or whatever to this home together and spend time together for uh, the summer, whatever. I don't know what time of year it is. I guess it's probably a holiday. It's probably Thanksgiving or something because um, they have to leave school, and one of the daughters is really dramatic and into this boyfriend. And anyway, so it's basically just about family and about what he's been going through. And it's really a romance. Like he kind of has fallen in love with this other girl. And so it's mostly about like him and what he's going through. But he's such a sweet dad because he's like, talks about them like making their lunches and teaching. He's afraid to let the oldest one learn how to drive, and the middle one who's like boy crazy, he's like, no, there's rules around boys. And you can tell, similar to what you were saying, like the girls really love their dad even though they're like in this teenage phase where they're, I hate you. um the middle one says, you are a murderer of love. And it's really funny. But I just think that he's a good dad because he's making sure that his girls have quality time with the family, and he's making sure that within that is that they still have female figures in their lives, and having examples of women and family and things like that. And he also really tries to make everything about them all the time. And so he struggles because his mom tells him to just go for a while, like go, we've got the girls. And so he goes out and he meets this girl. And so he's really struggling with that, for other reasons that I won't tell you because I don't want to spoil the movie. But
Mm.
he's in this struggle of, do I follow what I want, or do I care more about what like makes more sense for the girls and stuff like that. And so you can just tell that um he's really sweet. There is a sad kind of part of the movie where the littlest girl is trying to like show him something kind of throughout the movie, and then he keeps putting her off, and the older one later is basically like, she's been trying to show you this the whole time. um but you know what, that's just reality, and that's real life sometimes because you're going through other things, and it doesn't mean you're a bad parent. It just means like, hey, the girls are going to be fine and you're doing the best that you can. So I just think it's a really good, like, uplifting, sad story, I guess.
Aw, what's a good movie?
It's such a good movie.
Sweet Dan.
Yay.
Good choice. I
That's what I
wish I
got.
had thought of that.
That's okay. Makes it more interesting.
That's right. All right.
All right. What you got?
I have another one that is not going to be on your list,
Okay.
and that is Danny O'Shea from Little Giants,
Little Giants. We talked
played,
about Little Giants in the car.
played by Rick Moranis.
I
Okay,
haven't seen it in so long. I just don't remember.
it's so
My
good.
kids have. My kids haven't seen it at my house, at least.
Oh, it's so good. 1994. Little Giants. So the premise of this movie is that Rick Moranis's wife left him and his daughter Becky a couple years ago, and she's really good at football. And his brother, played by Ed O'Neill, it was like in the NFL and is like this town where they live. He's like the legend, right? Like he's so great and wonderful. So it's time for Pee Wee football tryouts, and Becky is really great at football, and her uncle does not put her on the team because she's a girl, even though she's better than half the boys. So Danny, Rick Moranis, doesn't like that. And so he decides he's going to have a second team. And he lets like all the kids that didn't make it be on this team. Basically, anyone who wants to play can play. And there can only be one Pee Wee team in the town. So they have a game at the end of the movie where they play each other. The two teams play each other to determine which team is going to be the team. And so um, Danny O'Shea is a great dad because he sticks up for his daughter. And when it is unfair that she didn't make a team, he decides to volunteer himself, who knows like nothing about football and is very opposite of his brother and not athletic and doesn't know what's going on. He decides he will coach that team and he will make it fair and square, and they will fight to see who's going to be the team that wins. So he is selfless in that way, trying to do this for his daughter. Also, in the end of the movie, when it gets time for the big game, he's willing to bet his gas station away. He has a gas station that he owns, and he bets it that he will like his team will win. He has that much confidence in Becky and the other kids that even though they're not very good, that they'll beat the other team.
Wow.
Um, so that's sweet. Um, and then um, also right before the big game, Becky, she's she's like a tween, right? So she's probably early middle school, I would say. And she's always just been kind of like a tomboy and playing football. And in comes Devin Sawa. And what girl can resist Devin Sawa? Sixth grade Devin.
No, girl.
And she has her first like major crush. So now she's playing football with Devin Sawa. And she is like, oh no,
Against Devin Sawa, right?
no, in on the same team. They're
Why
on the
is he
same
on their team?
because
He didn't
he's
make it?
no, he came in town. He moved into town after tryouts.
Oh, okay.
And the dad, Danny O'Shea, it's his ex-girlfriend from elementary school,
Oh,
his
okay.
son, her son. So anyway, they're on the same team, and she sees him flirt with her cousin who's like the ditzy cheerleader, and she's like, oh, I bet he's into that kind of girl. So the night before the game, she decides she wants to be a cheerleader instead of a football player. And her dad decides to support that and let her do that if that's what she wants to do. And I'm not going to tell you what happens,
He
but
is a good dad.
I know, right? So those are my reasons why he's a good dad. And
I
I
love
really
that.
like that movie. So
It
there
is
you go.
good. That is good. I need
And
to rewatch it.
yeah, you
I
do.
need
It's
to
so good.
find it. I don't know. I haven't watched it in a long, 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 long time.
Well, I also have boys.
Yeah.
So
But we loved that movie.
I know that's true. Fair point. And Callie is kind of a tomboy,
She is. She is.
but she also
Good one.
has
Okay,
crushes.
look at us having 4 different ones so far.
Nice.
Okay. My number 3 is Daniel Hillard from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Boo hiss.
Sorry. 1993, played by Robin Williams. Have we talked about Mrs. Doubtfire in the pod yet?
I don't know, but I just watched that movie.
I watched it kind of recently. Maybe a
And
COVID watch.
I'm currently in Chattanooga and it's playing. It's a Broadway show. And like the traveling Broadway cast is here right now.
Oh,
I
that's
really want
cool.
to go, but
It is a fantastic movie. Wow, if you haven't seen it, you're gonna go see it. You have to much. This is the one to go see. I can't believe any of you have not seen this movie though. So in the movie, Robin Williams is married to
Sally Field.
Sally Field at the beginning, but at the very beginning, he decides against his wife's wishes that he's going to throw this big party for one of their birthdays. One of the kids, they have three kids, birthdays, and she comes home to this disaster and this mess, and she decides that she wants to get a divorce. And so this is like the beginning of the movie. So he is also a like cartoon voice actor is his job. And so at also at the beginning, the reason why he was able to have the party and like leave work early is because he quit his job, because he didn't like what the character was doing on the show. I'm not going to get that into it. But anyway, so when they go to court, they're basically like, you are unemployed. You don't have a job. Like, you have to show us that you have your life together before you can have rights with
Cuts.
these kids,
Hmm.
basically. So he gets to see them like once a week. It's not great for him. So he decides his wife is looking for a nanny because she needs help with the kids. So he decides, because he's this actor, that he's going to dress up as an old woman named Mrs. Doubtfire and get hired as their nanny. So that's what he does. And so that's what the movie's about. So what I will say is the reason why he's the best dad is that he will literally do anything to be with these children. There's a scene, and I meant to write down like the speech he gives, but I couldn't.
Okay, I wrote it down.
Well, good, because my internet on the airplane wasn't very good, and so why don't you read us the speech?
Okay. He says, I'm addicted to my children, sir. I love them with all my heart. And the idea of someone telling me I can't be with them, I can't see them every day, it's like someone saying I can't have air. I can't live without air, and I can't live without them.
Yes. And so it's like, what dad really says that, right? I mean,
Right.
it's so, so sweet and so beautiful. And he literally just wants to be with his kids, so he'll do anything. Um, the reason that he's my number three is because he's an idiot because he doesn't think of the consequences of doing this and how he's gonna like freak his kids out because they figure it out, most of them. Um, and he just lies so much, and I don't like the lying. And because before they got divorced, I feel like he didn't show the they weren't showing the kids the best example of a relationship. But they do know he's very good, and obviously they're very loved, and they all know that they're very loved. So, um, I don't know. That's what I have to say about Daniel Hillard and Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
He's beautiful, and he loves them so much. Not
Yeah.
beautiful looking, like it's
Yeah.
a beautiful sentiment.
Yeah. It's very sweet.
It's such a good movie too.
So
Okay.
good. All right.
All right, what you got?
My number three is Danny Tanner from
Tanner.
Full House.
Lots of Dans and
I was
Dannies.
just about to say we have Danny O'Shea, Danny Tanner, Daniel Hillard, and Dan from Dan in Real Life.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's crazy.
If you want to have a good dad, name your kid Daniel. He'll be a good dad.
Yes. All right. So Danny Tanner is the dad from Full House, played by Bob Saget, from 1987 to 1995. Danny Tanner is a great dad for lots and lots of reasons. He's very actively involved in his daughter's lives, in all of the aspects. This is another one where mom died and he has to kind of like take the role of everything, but he also realizes that he can't do it without help. So I think it's a good dad thing of him to do to acknowledge that. And he moves in his best friend and his brother in law to help with the girls. Um, so that's good. He also, um, he plays all the roles. Like he has a full-time job. He also takes them to their activities and cleans the house. He's a super, if you remember that about Danny. Um, and he doesn't like he doesn't like date a lot. He doesn't like introduce the girls to a lot of women until he's like serious about them, which is lovely. Um, and this is another show where they like tell each other they love each other a lot, which is sweet. And then if you've ever watched Full House, it always ends in really great talk. So Danny Tanner is the best at giving the talks, and you learn a lot of really great life lessons from Danny. So he's just a really good
Yes,
dad all around.
very true.
Yeah,
He's a good one. Good choice.
thanks.
Yay.
That's all I got.
Good one. Okay. I think we have a charger, so
All right.
let's see if it works. Woohoo!
Yes.
Good news, because I was about to die. My little energy leaf guy came and it wasn't gonna last. So Trent saves the
Way to
day.
go, Trent.
Way to go, Trent. Okay, let's see. All the
Three,
Dans and the Daniels. Okay, I'm on number two.
two.
My number two is George Banks from The Father of the Brides.
Is Danny Tanner going to be your number one?
I don't know. We'll see. Father of the Bride 1 is from 1991. Father of the Bride 2 is from 1995. The George Banks is played by Steve Martin. And let's see. These are the reasons why he's good. He goes through a lot of work to make his house the location of his daughter's wedding. Oh, if you haven't seen Father of the Bride, his daughter's getting married. Easy. He's the father of the bride. Um, because that's what she wants the most. He's a little crazy at the beginning, but it's just because his little baby girl decides she's going to marry this guy that they don't know. And so, of course, he's going to go a little bit crazy. But eventually, he comes around to the idea and to the fact that this is what she wants. So, he's going to make sure that she gets what she wants. And he always just wants to make her smile and be happy and have a good time. He's taught his daughter to be very independent and strong. And Annie is his daughter, and she is an architect. And she knows her job is very important. They talk about that in the first movie, and they also talk about it in the second movie. In the second movie, she's having a baby, and so is he and his wife. And um, she and her husband are going to move, and he is obviously very sad, but it's because of her job. And he's like, yeah, but you always said, he always said he'd move with you wherever you got a job, and this is very exciting. And he's very supportive of that, even though he's sad that she's going. So she's a independent, strong woman, um, and I love that. He also, there's a part in the first movie where her fiance gives her a toaster for their anniversary, and she goes all feminist and is like, how dare you give the little wife a toaster? And she calls off the wedding, which is very dramatic, just like her
Blender.
dad.
It's a
I'm
blender.
sorry, a blender. You're right. And so George, who's like been waiting for the day to call off this wedding, goes and finds Brian McKenzie, the fiance, and talks to him about it, and they talk through it. And then George kind of goes back and's like, Annie, he just wanted to see if you thought you'd blend something someday, and like calms her down, and she listens to him because she's dad, and they obviously have a good communication relationship, and helps them get back together, and it's very sweet. So I just think he's a little crazy, but also that's just reality. No one's perfect, and we all would have crazy reactions to some of the things that came and come his way. So I think that's really relatable about him as a dad. And he grows throughout the movie. He always apologizes, and I also love his relationship with his wife, and I think that makes him a good dad too. He very much relies on her. He listens to her. She calms him down. They're a good kind of balance, and that shows Annie and Maddie, and then eventually Megan. Those were their three kids. What a good relationship looks like, also. So there's that. And then the other thing I was just gonna say about the second one, he has kind of a panic because he's thinks he's getting old, and so he goes through this whole like freaking out thing, which I also think is just normal. But then he realizes when Nina gets pregnant that it's gonna be okay because being a dad is the most important thing. So
Aw.
that's what I have to say about George Bonks
Love George
and
Bonks. Good job.
Steve Martin. Thanks.
Love him too. All right, my number two is Daniel Hillard from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Woo! Steve Martin, George Banks.
The
Baby.
only thing, the only thing that I wrote that you didn't is that he reads with his daughter every night, and
Aw, does the voices and stuff.
it's important to read with your kids, especially when they're young. I mean, I know that sounds silly, but they say statistics wise, like when they're young and they can't read, reading with them every day is like so beneficial. And
Yeah,
he did. So,
good.
way to go, Daniel Hillard. Man, does he love those kids so much.
I know. It's very sweet.
And I know that like we're blessed to have a dad who does too, and husbands who do too, but it's not like that with all dads, you know?
Yeah,
Not all dads, if they're getting divorced, are like, I can't live without, like, it's kind of a stereotype, but all the moms, moms are like that. I can't
yeah,
imagine not seeing my kids every day, but it's not as much of a stereotype for all men. And I think that it's nice to see that portrayed in a movie.
yeah. I agree.
Yay.
He's a good one.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
All right. Who's your number one?
My number one is Danny Tanner.
Yeah. Dang
All
it.
right. The reason I the reason I made him number one is because I mean he has kind of an unfair advantage because he has multiple seasons of a show, and so he's teaching lessons every day, and so you just see more of him, I think.
That's true.
He also, like you said, he's another dad that lost the wife, and so he's having to do it on his own, and he doesn't, right? He brings in everybody. That's why it's Full House. But he does what he can to think of ways to make his kids' lives better. Um, all the things you said. He's working, he has a good job, he brings in people to help. He's teaching them lots of life lessons. He's still dating, but not like crazy. But that's just why I put him.
Yeah.
And I wrote down two quotes from episodes, and I thought, what good TV writers. These are the two quotes. And I don't know what they're from, but one of them is, this is not to the kids, but was to another adult, I think. Just remember, when children seem the least lovable, it means they need love the most.
Um,
And then he also said, no matter what you do wrong and how angry I get, I will always forgive you because I love you.
aw.
He's
Boy,
a good dad.
Danny Tanner, he's a good boy.
He's a good boy. That's why I picked him as number one, because he just has so many episodes of doing good.
I think that
So
is a good choice.
thanks.
Well, my number one is George Banks.
Yes! I got a point! I'm writing it down.
All right, you got a point. Great job. Because you know how much I love this movie and
I
Steve
know.
Martin. I mean, my
Woo!
daughter's name is Annie. Not like specifically from this movie, but it doesn't.
That's not why he's a good dad.
I know. um, I mean, you said a lot of it, but I'm just going to read my
Okay.
list real quick. He very much loves his kids a lot. He has so many good memories of them, and all of the memories are so he's so like involved and he plays with them. He doesn't just like watch. He's very protective of Annie. Like when they're meeting Brian McKenzie and he's rubbing her knee. He's like, "What is she doing?" Um, Even though he doesn't like Brian, it's not because he doesn't like Brian. It's just because it's any guy. But um, like you said, he takes him out to the bar and he tries to smooth it over, and he does. Um, I feel like he's and you see it because she does cry and whatever to him. Like he's the kind of dad that like this his daughter will go to him with anything. And
Yeah.
again, I don't think that's necessarily true for all dads and
No
daughters,
way.
you know? So that's really sweet. He redoes a lot of his house and his backyard for their wedding.
I have to say, my in-laws did that for their daughter too. That's so
True.
sweet.
It is really sweet. Um, he also throughout their wedding, like that during the wedding, he's making sure everything's taken care of. And when there's an issue here, he fixes it. And then there's an issue here, he fixes it. So he just wants it to be perfect for her and like not make her aware of issues. So that's really
Yeah.
sweet. Um, he tells Annie to take a jacket when it's cold.
Yeah.
Cute. And then also, um, like he goes to Maddie and admits that he's kind of neglected Maddie during this wedding and he apologizes for it. So I think that's really like
Yeah.
big of him to do. So good.
That's sweet.
Yeah. That's all. Those are my reasons.
Good ones.
George
Good
Bonks.
one, George Bonks. George Bonks is a good one.
Yes.
Yay! We did it. And I got a point.
So we had three of the same.
Yeah. And a
Cool.
lot of Dans and Daniels and Dannies.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
We have a 6 degrees of NSYNC.
Uh-uh.
Let's see.
They're dads.
Did Justin Timberlake ever play a dad?
Lance is a dad. Joey's a dad. Justin's a dad. Chris is a dad.
All
So
but
there.
Joey.
I think that counts, right? Lance
Yeah.
is.
Let's see. Did Joey Fatone play a dad?
He was in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I know.
Did he have kids in that movie?
I don't think so.
Or in the second one?
Okay. In a 2010 episode of the Disney series Imagination Movers, Joey Fatone played a famous baseball player named Joey Giordano who has to decide between a playoff game and his son's birthday party.
What did he pick?
Let me see.
I'd pick the playoff game.
Yeah, all it says is in true problem solving fashion, they help him find a balance.
Yeah. Like that's not some I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just a birthday party.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyway. Okay, there you go.
we
I
did
do have
it.
lots of honorable mentions though. Do you have any?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Um, I've got Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah,
He's a
he's a good
father
one.
figure. He's also a
Yeah.
father.
Yeah. I have another Phil. Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
I have him on mine too.
Okay.
Tim Allen from Home Improvement.
Yeah. I've got Jack Pearson from This Is Us.
Oh, he's a great one.
Yeah.
I
He was
forgot
a
about
little much for me, but
him. Yeah, but he's a great one. I should have had him on this list.
yeah.
I have Marlin from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, he's good. I have Bert Hummel from Glee. He's a great dad.
Good.
Okay.
My last one is Groove from Despicable Me.
Nice. He's a good one.
He's terrible at the beginning, but then he becomes great.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I have a couple more.
Okay.
Uh, Adam Braverman from Parenthood.
Okay.
He's a good one. Um, I have Johnny Rose from Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
And my favorite, Bandit Healer from Bluey.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah,
Great one. Yes,
he
definitely.
is the dad that makes all of us hate Bluey.
Yes, in a great way.
Yes, in a great way.
Uh,
Okay, that's it.
all
All right, I
right.
gotta pull up my phone for the game.
Okay.
The game, we've played this kind of game before where I'm gonna give you one clue at a time and you have to guess who the pop culture dad is.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Doop, doop, doop. Here we go. That's an incorrect one. So we're going to skip that one. Okay. I work in a profession that requires a lot of talking.
That's
I
my.
have 3 children. What?
Okay. Sorry. Keep going.
I have 3 children. I live in San
Oh,
Francisco.
Danny Tanner. I was gonna choose him
Yeah.
first one. I mean the second one.
Okay. Okay. All right. I have a son who is obsessed with dinosaurs.
Okay.
I frequently get caught between my wife and my eccentric neighbors. My family is animated.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Don't,
What?
don't.
Homer Simpson?
Yeah.
Is Bart obsessed with dinosaurs?
No idea. ChatGPT might even be incorrect.
Funny. Okay.
Um, all right. I have a degree from Princeton.
Nice. Are these all TV?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, they might be at the beginning.
Okay.
I can be strict, but I always support my family.
That's nice.
I'm a judge.
Oh, Uncle Phil?
Huh?
Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil. That's correct.
Nice. Nice.
All right, let's see. Let me skip. Doop, 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 doop. All right, let's see. All right. Um, okay. I live in Chicago.
Okay. I want to guess.
Okay.
Carl Winslow.
No,
Dang. Okay.
I think they live in Chicago. I wrote that one by myself. I have a massive extended family. My son accidentally got left behind. I spend a lot of time trying to find him.
um, is Home Alone the dad from?
Peter McAllister.
They live in Chicago.
Yes, I got it right. I made that one up. All right, let's see. I spent years trying to protect my child from danger. I crossed an entire ocean.
Marlin.
Marlin. Okay. I am technically royalty.
Wait, who had rambunctious neighbors?
The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Technically
I am
royal.
technically royalty. I worried that my son wasn't taking responsibility seriously. A tragic event changed our kingdom forever. I like your face.
Um, okay. Richie Rich.
No.
Okay.
I appeared to my son in the sky.
Hold on. Mufasa.
Yeah. Mufasa!
That's funny.
All right. Let's see. We'll do one more
Okay.
if I can find one. Oh no, those ones are hard. Okay. I had a unique way of staying connected to my daughter. This is a bad one. I skipped that one.
I need to know
No,
who
no,
that was.
no. No, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
No, it was gonna be Luke Danes, but it was thinking that Luke Danes was Rory's. It said Rory was my daughter, and I'm like, no, but he has a real daughter,
April.
April. None of these are good. Okay, wait, I got one. One more. Up here, I passed it on purpose. Okay, I think I know how to fix everything. My neighbor is often wiser than I am.
It's Home Improvement.
Yeah, what's his name?
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
That's right! All
Wow.
right.
That was so loud. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, well, happy Father's Day. We appreciate
That was
our
pretty
father.
fun.
Happy Father's Day to our father and
Was it
to our
fun?
wonderful fathers-in-law. And
Yeah.
of course, our
Wait,
husbands.
my father-in-law is Dan.
Well, top five
And
list. That's funny.
yeah,
But obviously our husbands as well, because they are
yes,
wonderful dads to our children.
would be good
And we
dads.
couldn't do it without them. So, and to all of you that are dads or have wonderful dads
Or
or
are
like
missing your
TV
dad.
dads, what did you say?
I said, or are missing your dads.
Yes, that as well. Or want to be a dad. Happy Father's Day in all the ways. And this was a fun one.
It was. All right. Follow us
Okay.
on the socials, twinsync.podcast. And we'll
And
see you
next
next
week,
time.
we'll see you again.
All right. Bye,
All
bye,
right.
bye.
Bye bye.